Hey, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to cover the Dodge Durango and give updates on the present and future of this SUV. So this video will go over the 2024 and 2025 models briefly, including the last call versions, which engines are available, and that sort of thing. And after that I'll talk about the next gen versions and what we can expect from that. I'll also revisit the Dodge Stealth topic, as there were earlier rumors last year that would replace the Durango. So let's get on with it. The current Dodge Durango, codenamed WD, has been in production since December 2010, sold as a 2011 model. This has been a unibody SUV offering 2 or 3 rows of seating, with best-in-class towing of up to 8,700 pounds. While many critics argue that this vehicle is long in the tooth and has been produced for way too long, one look at the sales numbers show that this is still selling very well. Pretty much every year over the last decade has been over 60,000 sales, and in fact for 2023 it was the best-selling year ever for Durango on this platform, as Dodge moved 69,195 units. Dodge has kept the Durango relevant by employing some of the same tactics they used with the Charger and Challenger, like constant visual improvements, adding appearance packages and other bells and whistles, and introducing new models like the SRT 392 in 2018 and the Hellcat in 2021. The Durango has been featured in the Dodge Brotherhood of Muscle slogan since 2011 and has the performance, attitude, and features to fit in alongside the Charger and Challenger. The question is, how long will Dodge keep selling the Durango like this in its current state? This information is obtained from the recent United Auto Workers contracts. At the Detroit Assembly Complex, the current Durango WD will continue production through 2025 as we know it. After that, the new generation will follow, and I'll cover that later on in the video. So this means 2 more model years of the Durango, 2024 and 2025. So now, how will Dodge send off the beloved Durango WD? First off, there are going to be last call models. Last year I talked a lot about last call, also known as buzz models for the Charger and Challenger. Dodge sent those cars off into the sunset with 7 different limited edition variations, only on the 6.4-liter Scat Pack powered models or the 6.2-liter Hellcat powered models. Dodge is employing the same strategy here with last call Durangos. I don't know how many they will release, if it's 5 or 7 or less, maybe 3, and when the rest will come out, but we have seen the announcement of the first one back in January 2024, the 2024 Dodge Durango SRT 392 Alchemy. This is based on the SRT 392 Premium models. The SRT Premium starts at $86,200, and this Alchemy version is $3,600 more, with just 1,000 units produced, split equally between 4 colors. So that's 250 in Diamond Black, Destroyer Gray, Vapor Gray, and White Knuckle. While these are certainly limited and harder to find, there are unfortunately no power upgrades added from, say, a regular Durango SRT 392, and that should continue with all the last call models. All the upgrades will be visual, like 20x10-inch satin black forged SRT wheels, yellow Brembo calipers, satin black 392 vinyl fender decals with yellow accents, honeycomb textured dual racing stripes with yellow accent borders, black exhaust tips, and midnight metallic grille and liftgate badges. Inside there are additions like yellow and silver stitching with the 392 logo embroidered, as well as a leather and suede steering wheel with white backlit SRT logo and forged carbon fiber interior accents. So this is the first last call model, slated to be released later on this year. Stay tuned for the others. Sources do say there will be an RT special edition last call, as well as one for the Hellcat in 2025, so there might be just the 3, one per each Hemi. Also, speaking of the Hellcat, you'll notice that it's back again, in fact for 2024 and 2025. The Durango Hellcat was supposed to be a 1-year limited edition run for 2021. These were the words of Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis when he first announced it, saying things like, quote, "There will be no allocation for 2022. The Durango Hellcat will be built for the 2021 model year only," end quote. Dodge had also originally said they would build only 2,000, but then upped it to 3,000 for that year, 2021. Unfortunately, those comments just weren't true, as 2 years later, the Hellcat was back for 2023. For that model, Kuniskis didn't say how many would be built, giving an ambiguous answer, but still it was supposed to be the last version of the Durango Hellcat. Bringing it back for 2023 even resulted in a class action lawsuit seeking more than $5 million US in damages from several 2021 Durango Hellcat owners who said that they didn't think Dodge really planned to offer the vehicle in the limited numbers initially stated, and instead used the first offering as a way to create a sense of urgency and the idea of exclusivity. So again, what was once supposed to be only for 2021 and then only 2021 and 2023 is now back for 2024 and 2025. As for the non-last call models, Dodge will continue making the Durango with the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, 5.7-liter Hemi V8, and the 6.2-liter supercharged Hellcat engine that we mentioned over the next 2 years. However, the 6.4-liter SRT 392 models will come to an end after the Alchemy gets released later this year. So that sounds like there won't be any 2025 SRT models, just the RTs and Hellcats. And then 2024 should have all three. The 2025 Hellcat is also supposedly extremely limited, but again, we've heard that before, so just take it with a grain of salt. And the Durango Police, or Pursuit, also known as Enforcer, will remain in production right until the SUV is discontinued. So to do a quick recap here, Dodge is having their last call models, at least one for the RT, SRT 392, and Hellcat, and they're also basically maintaining the status quo, producing everything for the next 2 years, other than the SRT 392, which will be gone after 2024. Next, we move on to the next Gen Durango. The UAW contracts showed that after the Durango WD ends production, an all-new Durango D6U will start production in 2026, offering both internal combustion engine and battery electric options. Now, currently, the third generation Durango is built alongside the Jeep Grand Cherokee at the Jefferson North Assembly Plant in Detroit, Michigan, sharing the assembly line, running gear, powertrains, and chassis parts with the Grand Cherokee. The same will apply for the next-gen vehicles, but the Grand Cherokee J6U won't launch until 2027, so a year later after the Durango. Of course, offering gas and electric is a smart move from Dodge, since it would be silly to expect consumers to all jump into EVs immediately. It's the same strategy as the new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona, which so far has RT and Scat Pack Daytona electric models, and there's also a 2025 Dodge Charger 6-pack, which are the gas-powered versions. So the same execution should apply to the Durango. I'm not sure of the electric capabilities, but the Charger Daytona numbers are posted on screen, both upping the ante on the current Hemi V8s. These are 400-volt systems, while the 800-volt Banshee hasn't been unveiled yet, and that will be the top-performing vehicle taking over from the Hellcats. As for the gas-powered Durangos, those should follow suit using the twin-turbocharged 3-liter Hurricane inline 6-cylinder engines. They are starting to spread around the Stellantis lineup, first in the Jeep Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, then the 2025 Ram 1500s, and the 2025 Dodge Charger as well. So I expect the 2026 Durango to use these too. Using the 2025 Ram 1500s as an example, the standard output makes 420 horsepower and 469 pound-feet of torque, while the high-output version makes 540 horsepower and 521 pound-feet of torque. Durango numbers won't be identical to that, but will probably be pretty close. Again, we see the standard output would be a replacement for the 5.7-liter, and the high output for the 6.4-liter Hemis that are used now. These Hurricane engines are more powerful and more efficient, and they do make the cars quicker, but the drawback that's well voiced by us Dodge fans is that no matter what is coming, it's hard to replace the beloved Hemis. The Hurricanes are also likely to be used in future Durango police vehicles. Lastly, I also wanted to address rumors about the Dodge Stealth. If you remember, about a year ago, Stellantis held its first dealer meeting in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Hotel to showcase some of their future plans and vehicles with the people who sell their products, aka dealers. Automakers prefer to keep these meetings private, as remember, not everything shown to dealers always gets made for a variety of reasons, and some ideas remain as rumors or speculation. The first rumor was to revive the Stealth nameplate, using it to replace the Durango name. Dodge claims that with shifting tastes and demographics in the market, the Durango would soon be retired as we know it, and a drastically different body style will be sold as the Stealth, a more visually attractive option for customers, more along the lines of what people are looking for. Now, I have nothing to add to those rumors as of right now, but it's still entirely possible they do this, as they have the two versions being released. The new Charger has the RT and Scat Pack name for the electric versions, and 6-pack for gas. It sure makes a lot of sense here to call the electric Durango Stealth, in my opinion. They could call it Dodge Durango Stealth, or just Dodge Stealth and maybe call the Hurricane version the Dodge Durango if they're different enough. Or vice versa, since the original Stealth RT did have a 3-liter turbo engine as well, albeit a V6. So that's it for this update and future video on the Dodge Durango. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you in the next video.